Hey there guys, Simon here, and we are going to do a bit more Minecraft today, and a little something different. Creative mode. Boom. Huh. Oops, I forgot that creative mode you gotta use the right click. Did that? Okay, I think it lagged a little bit because it was loading the map and all that. Let's do that again, just to make sure that this is what we think it is. And also because I find this highly entertaining. Wait, that's not right. I think I broke something earlier. Yeah, that's right. So there's a missing... For some reason, that bit of redstone gets destroyed every now and then. So this wasn't quite the intro I was expecting, but I guess that's the nature of TNT. It's a bit of trial and error, isn't it? That's better. So, TNT. Fireworks. So this is what I've got so far. The idea is, well, fireworks. And I didn't actually record everything that I've done. You can see some earlier prototypes. This one completely failed. Apparently, if you don't have diagonal blocks, it doesn't actually contain the explosion. So I don't know if you guys know about that. I didn't, but I do now. So this, and also, let's see, where can we put this? Let's find somewhere. So apparently, when a block of TNT is activated, it becomes loose, and it also loses a hitbox. So if we do this, like you see how the top block falls into the bottom block, that's actually quite problematic for creating fireworks, because what I'm doing here, as you remember, we want to use the block on the bottom to propel the top block of TNT into the air and then have it explode. So earlier on I was doing this, trying to, get this to work. If I can jump up here. But I mean, you know what's going to happen here is that the TNT actually then just falls into each other and nothing is propelled. So that was an early failure again. Here was a bit of a success. I decided, well, if the TNT blocks are just gonna fall onto each other, then maybe I just need to delay the top one so that it doesn't fall into the bottom one, until right before it's ready to explode. Is that right? I think. Okay, let's. So then I got this. So that works in terms of the timing, but I think we can see the problem is that one block of TNT is not enough to propel the other block very high. So then I moved on to this, and a bit more trial and error later we got this to work. And also, another issue is, if a block of TNT is primed by, the redstone or flint and steel, then it takes a long time before it explodes, whereas if a block of TNT is primed by another block of TNT, like this, it explodes a lot faster, and these slimes are gonna die, so... Okay, the slimes are kinda in the way. I don't know if you saw clearly what happened there. But the block of TNT being thrown upwards actually exploded fairly soon after the other ones. So I mean, that's fairly impressive, right? And I think most people building TNT cannons uses this mechanism. And so the range of it is relatively short, because using the other blocks of TNT to prime this one means that it explodes quite quickly. Whereas here, what we're doing is we're using the redstone to prime the projectile TNT. So then it takes a lot longer before it actually explodes. And the secret to that, of course, is this timing. I don't know if you want to count how many ticks that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 32, 33, 34 ticks. And that drops it like 1, 2, 3. So that, it drops down to about here, and then the other stuff explodes. If you watch closely what happens here. So that blows it a lot higher before the projectile actually explodes. And you can see how it kind of fell down to about here, and then it got thrown upwards. And that is the optimum timing that I've managed to figure out just by testing. If I can shorten the timing, then it wouldn't work as well. I can show you what happens if I do that. I think this might actually mess this up completely. So we make it like 3 ticks quicker. See, that's not going to help at all. In fact, it's going to destroy it's going to destroy part of the mechanism here. So that's not actually useful at all, right? And that is also why the reason I'm doing this in creative and not in my actual map. I can do it, I guess, in my usual save file, but I just prefer not to have to deal with my mistakes, really. Because, you see what happens. Once I do make a mistake, that happens. Should I cover this up? I might as well cover this up. Okay, so that covers everything I've done so far. So what's the plan for now? You think, well, I've got this thing going on, that's kind of interesting. Well, the ultimate plan is to create a slightly more interesting firework display. So here we have one projectile being thrown up and having it kind of explode pretty high up in the sky. Let me just do this one more time because it's so entertaining. Oh, timing. Oops. I forgot to reset the time. Okay, so like even 3 ticks makes a lot of difference. You can see right there. Alright, let's just make sure we got this correct. And try not to destroy our own work too much. Right, so that's a lot of fun, but that's only one explosion up in the sky. So my hope is, if you imagine throwing multiple TNT blocks up there, and imagine if the pattern was something like this, and then the middle one explodes first. Okay, that was kind of fail. What if we... I should probably do this on top of obsidian because... Actually, I will do this on top of obsidian. Just so I don't keep destroying the landscape. Alright, so what I want to do is to have an explosion in the middle, blowing the ones on the sides outwards, and then having those explode later, so then it's a proper firework, right? You got a center explosion, and then smaller explosions around it. So that should be fairly entertaining, I think. That's the plan, at least. So let me try out something else. Like I'm trying to explain myself as I go, but at the same time, like I'm thinking faster than I can talk, so maybe I'll just do this. Alright, so imagine if we go back to this arrangement, right? So this is we've established that this is enough TNT to do stuff. Now we need redstone. And that's actually... oops. So we want redstone going in, we actually need that there. And did I get this completely wrong? No, I actually got it right. Let's put that here instead. I'm just sorry about that, guys. Let me fix this and change that and change that. So that should activate all of the TNT blocks at the same time, right? Right. So the next thing is what happens if we have multiple. This might actually destroy a lot of things. Hopefully we're far enough away from that. So let's just do this and see how many or how much destruction we can cause. There we go, there we go. In fact, we caused 0 destruction. And it did a little bit of what I was wanting to do, as you saw. Although the TNT seems to explode, like there seems to be a bit of a random variable there as to when it explodes. So yeah, so this is immensely entertaining, as I'm sure you can tell by the way I giggle to myself. Right, let's just do this one more time because it's so funny. Cool. Cool, so now it's not only a giant block of TNT exploding in the sky, there's 8 of them. Now, we want to build a similar... we want to build a similar device as this other one, except with the 8 blocks. Is that gonna work? See, it might not, because... no, we can just try it anyway, and just think about this. Just trying to think how we are going to transfer the power to the TNT blocks and yet give everything enough space for it to just, you know, explode outwards. Anyway, so we are 1, 2, 3. So the third block above. Wait a minute. So this TNT gap, gap, gap. TNT. Okay, so 3 block gap and then TNT. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 2 more. Alright, so 3 block gap, and then the TNT, and then the redstone. Alright, I'm just gonna build it instead of keep on mumbling to myself. Instead of trying to figure out how to make it make sense. So 1, 2, 3. So the TNT should go up there. And then we need redstone to go into... okay, this is actually quite dark. I don't know if you guys can see what's going on. Maybe I should put some torches down. Like, it's fine for me, but you know how Minecraft is. It's usually a lot darker. And it's it's obsidian against a black sky as well, so you probably can't see a thing. And it's raining. Put some torches down. Hopefully we won't have too many accidents. Well, that's not going to help too much actually. Well, let's just wait until daytime and then you can see what's going on there. Now we need the the redstone to... And not only that, we actually need the obsidian to protect the redstone circuits as well, because there's an explosion down here and it will destroy the redstone circuits up here if we're not careful. So this is going to turn out to be a giant platform up here.